Welcome to another Real Estate Talk Show, featuring highlights of the best interviews from our national real estate radio show. Here's another property expert.
Well, when it comes time to renovate a property, there's a couple of key things you've got to find out. I guess you've got to work out whether you're going to renovate it to hold and let it out, or whether you're going to renovate it to sell it. And believe it or not, this is a market when you can actually renovate and sell, provided you do a few things correctly. Now, I'm going to talk to Anna Stankovick from renovateandprofit.com, because this is what Anna does, and she may be able to help us a little bit. Anna, did I sum that up correctly? Is it a matter of working out what type of renovation you're going to do and for what purpose?
It is. That's going to have a large influence, because if you know that you're buying something that you would like to renovate and hold on to and rent out to a tenant, you might be looking at having not just the renovation, which will increase the yield that you will get from that property, but also for natural growth that it's going to have long term. So you'll be looking at the location, the kind of infrastructure is close to schools, public transport, parks, things that will influence how much it goes up to over a period of time. If you are buying something that you would like to just renovate and turn over and make a cash profit from, that old mantra of location, location, location really goes out the window, because then it becomes more important to find the right specific property that has the right opportunities with it and what you can do with it. So you're not looking to buy it and hold on to it and wait for that natural growth. You just want to get in there and manufacture that capital growth yourself in a very short period of time and get back out again.
Actually, when you think of it, you know, if you are actually buying something to turn it over, location probably is the one thing you don't want to have, because you're probably going to be paying too much for it anyway.
Exactly. And location is one of those things that people can take into consideration, but it shouldn't be the determining factor on whether they purchase the property or not, because they'll be doing the numbers accordingly, regardless of where it is. Every suburb is going to have good parts and bad parts. It's going to have rundown properties, and it's going to have properties that have certain opportunities with them. So it's more about finding a specific property rather than picking a specific suburb.
When you go in to do a renovation, do you have a checklist so that helps you determine which property you want to buy?
I have certain things that I will look back on. So one of the things that I talk a lot about with my clients and I educate them about is what adds the most value, because at the end of the day, that's going to influence what they then look for in the properties that they're looking to purchase. And highest of all, above all else, of course, is the changing the profile of a property. And what I mean by that, our profile is all those things that a person is likely to search when they're searching on the internet. Once they've entered their budgetary limitations, and if they're looking at specific locations, they're then going to be entering information such as number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, number of car spaces. Those kind of things are what make up a profile of a property. So if you change some of those, you're actually putting the property in a completely different price bracket. And then next to that, of course, is all the different cosmetic renovations. And there is a specific order of what adds the most value depending on the location, although it can be influenced also by the socioeconomic makeup of the people that actually live in that area. So if you know that it's more like families that live in a particular suburb where you're doing that renovation, things like baths and fences and non-slip tiles, those kind of things are going to be more important to them, and therefore they will add more value there than they would in another suburb where young professionals mainly live.
Now, that program you mentioned, is it available through your website, renovateandprofit.com?
Yes, if they want to have a look at, there's a property analysis tool which helps you work out profitability of deals, a renovation costing template which helps you cost out renovations, and of course if you want to learn more about what adds the most value and what order to renovate in and all those different things, you're more than welcome to come along to one of our events.
Yeah, and watch out for those, because we'll tell you about them as they're coming up. Anna, thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much.
Talking to Anna Stankovick. And the website again is renovateandprofit.com.